Oh, hello everyone, Commander Plater here, and welcome to today's live stream. Hope everyone's doing very well today. It's been a Tuesday. That's what I got. It's a Tuesday. I've got nothing to add. Your weekend by now is a distant memory, and all you can do is hope for the following one. Oh, that's a bit much, isn't it? Because you're real upbeat with the music. Right, today we are playing some Planet Zoo again. We are jumping back into Ploydland, and we are going to be working on the tortoise enclosure, and not just any type of tortoise, the Galapagos tortoise. We have many. I have 4 to put in, so we are probably going to end up with way too many tortoises. But hey, I don't think you can have too many tortoises, really, can you? I mean, can you? I guess you could. But we've done a little bit of alterations. So last time round, we added in these snow leopards over here, and they've been having a great time. They started breeding, which is lovely. So we've got a baby one in there. We have also, I've changed the lemur enclosure, which hopefully, oh no, I thought it would have fixed the low welfare issues that we were having, but apparently every now and then they freak out, the lemurs in there. But it's better than it was, and people are actually passing through it, and then they're coming up here and having something to eat when these people aren't on a break. So we're getting there. We're getting there. But yeah, we're working on the old tortoise enclosure. That's going to be the plan, I think. But hello to Giz, Haztech, Shiv. How you guys doing this evening? Hope you are doing alright. Now, I'm trying to think the best place for me to build would probably be off of here. That seems to be the smart move, and then we can use these facilities over here for it. Oh no! Bennu the giant burrowing cockroach has died. Oh no. This lemur's just stressed out because he doesn't seem to want to move away from people in any way, shape or form. I think we might have to revisit the lemur enclosure. I can't believe that Bennu the champion cockroach has died. Let's have a little look. Ooh. The old tortoise enclosure does sound a bit like a euphemism. You're right. Let's not worry about them. Some more vet research is done. Glanders. I have no idea what that is, but we've researched the cure for it. Okay, right, ignoring that, we have better get rid of some animals, actually. First of all. But yeah, how's everyone doing today? You guys alright? Oh, so what's wrong with the exhibit? Cleanliness, layout. Oh, well, we can do something about that, I think. No, we can't. Stuff to do. Well, I want to continue with our... I mean, actually, we're going to adopt one of these, because these have got a really good rating, considering. And if we breed it with one of these, yeah, we'll grab them. So we're going to let this cockroach in here die, and then we're going to replace it with giant centipedes. Hey. Yeah, I think we're going to build off of here. And then we're going to do a bit of beautifying today. That is the technical term. Right. I think if we need to pull it all the way up to here. Don't tell me that's obstructed. That's a lie. Yeah, we're going to put the tortoises here, I think. I don't know how much space a Galapagos tortoise needs. All I know is that it probably doesn't cover a lot of ground in a very short space of time, but you never know. But yeah, we're working off of a grid pattern. At least at this point we are. Now, of course, we would then be able to reach up off of here as well, and use put in another enclosure over here, and we can use these facilities to feed. I say to feed it, but for the staff to go in. So we can bear that in mind. But what I keep wanting to do is change it so that we've got like different zones for different countries. At the moment we have Asia, 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 then we've got Africa, Asia, ugh, not working very well, Africa-ish, the Aldebaran tortoises, I don't know where they're from. They are not happy. They're from Africa as well, and then we've got the zebra as well. So remember, giant tortoises need loads of space as they're natural sprinters. I don't believe you. Mainly, I don't think I do. I'm gonna go for a wooden enclosure. Now, I think we're going to think about the terrain a little bit here, because I've been building a little bit flat, and I'm not sure I want to continue building flat. We're going to roughen up the terrain a little bit over here. Nothing too extreme. I mean, that's not very rough, is it, as far as terrain goes? Didn't feel particularly rough, but this will help. Just to kind of nature things up a little bit, because I feel like maybe it's a little bit too uniform, or we've had things a little bit too uniform. Oftentimes you tell me to make the walls high so they don't jump over. I mean, it's a fair point. They might not. Actually, I've immediately changed my mind with what we're doing, which is what I'm going to do, which by now I think you guys know what I'm like. So we have our moments, don't we? But yeah, chilled that Tuesday, a little bit of building. I actually went to, I mean, we have so much space, it's ridiculous. So I'm not going to feel too bad about using a bunch of space. I went to the gym today again, which was good. I mean, it was alright. It was a bit like going to the gym. But yeah, I went to the gym, picked some things up, put them down again, had a bit of a stretch. It was good. Because what I'm thinking is we can build kind of like a reptile or a lizard place. Reptile lizard. Hunter, you like turtles? Well, bad news, man. We've got tortoises, so there are no turtles on offer. Okay, we're going to start with that there, I think. And we're going to pad out this, because I'm expecting a lot of traffic, footfall-wise, over here. Now, what I need to bear in mind is that people will complain about seeing facilities buildings, but that's okay. Same difference. Actually, they're very different, turtles and tortoises. Thank you. As far to the point where they become different species of animals. Okay. Let's start ourselves off with just drop that down to 10. Four legs has shell, can be Teenage Mutant and Ninja. I mean, can you imagine the Teenage Mutant Ninja tortoises? It's not as cool, is it? It just isn't. Don't care what anyone says. Right, already we need to shuffle this over a little bit because we didn't start off on quite the correct angle. I mean, if we're going to have this, The key difference being is that turtles are amphibious, tortoises are not. I don't know why I'm having to explain this. Like, do you guys really hate me that much that you're going to be like, yes, we expect you to explain everything? Well, guess what? I'm not going to. There's nothing you can do about it. I mean, a teenage tortoise would be any age between 13 and 19. Shiv, no, they have not. Okay. I mean, that's a start. I'm not sure. I'm going to put some shops over here, actually. So we're going to go into our blueprints because we've got a triple shop that we can put in. A triple shop. Because people come out here and they'll complain that there aren't things over here that they want. I'm starting to get really anti-guest over the whole thing. I need to rein that in. We want the new world toilet. I mean, probably not going to put the toilet right next to the shop. No, I am. What I am going to do though is I'm going to jump in and edit this toilet block, because I don't like the fact that the toilet block is light and everything else is dark wood with this theme. So we're going to go in and we're going to actually change over. Now, there we go. Because it seems to me like you'd have everything of the same theme, wouldn't you? Or is that just me that would think that? Well, Shiv, it's not going to be great. Subsonic, how you doing? How's it running at the moment? Good. I mean, I must admit there are a couple of issues on startup that I have where sometimes the game just soft locks and I have to task kill, which is a bit of a bit crap, to say the least. But that is not the norm, so it's not all of the time. There we go. Right, we've got toys put in. Can I sell turtle soup at the tortoise enclosure? No. But I can sell tortoise soup. Haha. Now, tortoises don't get particularly stressed out. Or I'm going to assume tortoises don't get stressed out. Because, you know, they're tortoises. Why would they? So I'm going to put glass in. We're also going to tweak the glass a little bit. There we go. To give it all the vision. Something you see, you started Park Up and horribly wrong, which is all your fault, really. Yeah, that can happen. I'm doing all right so far with mine. I feel like it's filling up. But now I'm branching out to some larger spaces in an attempt to plan ahead. Now, let me just check my animals that we've got. Animal storage, we have 20 animals in there. What we need to check on the Galapagos tortoises is how large their space is. Or how many, or like their social group. Surprise, they don't need climbing. Oh, they don't need a lot at all. Groups 1 to 4, up to 1 male and 3 females. Ah. That means... that means I'm going to need to get rid of one of them, actually. So I'm going to get rid of one of them. Because we don't need that many. We get rid of one of the females. And I'm actually going to get rid of this one as it has the lowest rating. And then this one again. Okay, so now I've got 3, which would be fine. So that leaves us some breeding room, and that's the reason why I did that. Not because I can't count. So you have the weakest shell. Goodbye. Yeah. Now, I'm trying to think, and I've got no. So something I'm playing in challenge mode rather than franchise mode because I don't like franchise mode because of the artificial inflation caused by players. Also, I don't like the fact that you're constantly competing against other people for animals. That does not work for me at all. Okay, right. Keep a gate there. Now what we're going to do is we're going to extend the path out. I think. Not there. But yeah, the reason why I've done it is just purely because of overinflated pricing, and when I started playing on launch day, it was borderline impossible to get on to actually buy any animals, and that's not good for anybody. But yeah, I think the best way to expand your park is slowly. Very much slowly. If you can get a couple of animals in, get them breeding, and then hold off, like wait. Don't hire too many staff early on. That's what I did. I kind of held off on staff. Let's have a think. No, we can't do that, but what we can do is we're going to just say this is a blueprint for my purposes. Don't really need to do this, but this is literally just for me. So it means that what I can do is put down the same thing pretty much immediately. Oh my goodness. Perfect. Terrain modification failed. There is no terrain modification to be done. Why you do this? Let's go again. Let's just have a little look to see. Don't really understand if there's not really any terrain modification to be done, if I'm honest. That's obstructed. But it's not. I'm going for asymmetrical. I mean, that is not... There is no terrain to be modified. I don't know what it's talking about. Like, that is ground level. Fine. I'll do it myself. Didn't want to, but now I will. You win. I will actually play the game. That's fine. Ringo, yeah, I have tried Jurassic World Evolution. I played through and completed all of the story-based stuff. I didn't bother with the the free build mode, just because I struggle with the point of it. I genuinely struggle to see why I should create stuff. You know, it's just for the sake of it with no finance to it. It just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. And that's... that makes no sense there. Buddy Funster, yeah, I've got a thyroid cancer, or anaplastic thyroid cancer. That's what I'm dealing with. So I've had like 3 rounds of neck surgery, 6 cycles of chemotherapy, and all that stuff. I wouldn't recommend it for fun. It's like having the world's worst hangover. But for 4 months. Not good. Hey Phoenix, how you doing? The rabbit hutch building. Well, we're not doing rabbit hutches today. We're working on oh, horrible, unpleasant, non-straight lines, apparently. But yeah, we're working on kind of, I guess, a large reptile world. Yeah, that's the plan of what we're going for. And we need to pull these forward as well. That looks about right. Doesn't look totally right, does it? Looks slightly off. I'm trying really hard not to go deep on this. Yeah, the door issues that I've been struggling with at my flat. Oh my god! Right, so weeks ago, we had someone. Well, we had to have some work done on our flat door, and much to our dismay, it took ages for them to come and do it. They came, they did it, and then it ended up being absolutely crap. To be short, they did a really bad job of it, and it's the kind of thing that you're like, why did you even bother turning up? Like, why did you bother to do it? But no, they came and they did it, and it turned out it wasn't good enough. We actually want to get rid. So it had to be redone. A big chunk of it had to be redone. So they actually came to... The door itself is fine, but the door frame was a shoddy mess, amongst other things. So we had to have a big chunk of stuff redone. I was not too impressed. Now we're going to put together a building which is going to have a staff room in, a vet surgery, amongst some other things. That's what we're going for. But yeah, today some guy came round to look at the door again, to ask whether or not the well, to try and work out whether or not the letterbox was okay and the bristles were in the correct bloody location. Wait, what? Wait, what? Why? This made no sense. But hey, you know, that's what being an adult is like, isn't it? You have to deal with this stuff. Immediately I'm like, no, not that. We can use these. Yeah, weeks and weeks and weeks. Too long someone might say. Someone who is maybe less patient than I might have completely lost their rag by now. But yeah. No, it was bad. It was it's a fire safety thing. That's the thing. It's surprising that how much stuff has to go into it. But what we need is, so we're going to need to put a small keeper hut in there. We are also going to need keeper hut. Quarantine, don't need a vet surgery. Ah, I should have really built this around the vet surgery. Looking at this, I'm like, yeah, we got a small problem. Also said staff room, didn't I? Of course we can't overlap. Let's start from there. Gonna put a workshop in as well. Trade centre, we don't really need a trade centre, but we might put it in anyway. Idea is we delete that. We'll move the keeper hut. Okay, let's ignore the fact that this is the wrong way around right now. We're going for efficiency when it comes to this building. Hey Spooky, how you doing? Well, Phoenix, I'm glad I'm not having to deal with that. That's for sure. So we've got staff from in. A research centre we have not got in, because we don't really need one. Although we've got vet surgery in, which is good. Keeper hut. Quarantine. Haven't really seen much of a need for quarantine, if I'm honest. So that should do it, which means we can go in and start constructoring. That's the technical term. Now we should be able to use these for some good chunks of it. Just to... Oh no, wait a minute. Wait, what? There we go. Put that in there. Put that there. Oh, need to rotate this one around. But yeah, making kind of like a little staff village type thing. That's the idea. They don't need windows, although if I rotate this around, then they kind of do. We'll actually have windows, and doors on only 2 sides rather than 3 sides, which means we have kind of less to deal with, less to worry about. Oh, come on. Oh, okay. Is that just snap into the right bleeding place, you? Looks like IKEA tables. Everything starts off looking like an IKEA table until you make it not look like an IKEA table. And I think we are going to... Yeah, we're going to put the roof on first. I've got kind of a bit of an idea what we're doing. Except we don't want to use that. We're using the wooden material, or we have been so far. And we're kind of trying to stick with a bit of a theme across the buildings where possible. Yeah, we'll do this. And then we'll be able to put eaves in, and that'll be fine. That's the wrong one. Now, already I've changed my mind, I think, about how we're doing this. At this point... Oh, hey Gary, how you doing? Did I say hello already? No clue. Lost and or confused is me right now. I mean, it doesn't really fit in with what else we have already, does it? Let's have a look. Yeah, because they're all pitched roofs, so we'll go for that instead. And that should work. We'll keep it smooth, nice and low down. It's a staff building, so we've got to think about low profile. Although guests do complain about staff buildings, they don't like to see where the help work. Which seems a bit unfair, doesn't it? Oh, that's got to be the wrong one. Well, that doesn't work, which means we will have to use the ones with the higher angle pitch, which is these ones. And we'll use them instead, and that should line up. Evening Galaric, how you doing? There we go. Right, we'll go back into walls. That's what we want. And then we need these pieces. I always think when I'm playing this that some of the way the building mechanics work, I wish that Conan Exiles had it, because it would be super handy. I'm doing right, Galaric. I'm having a pretty chilled out, relaxed day. We're getting there. Trade Centre. So we're going to put some signs on these so that I know. I'm also going to go back and put on some like attachments to the roof. Okay. Now, we don't need the New World stuff. We're going to want the normal. So, Trade Centre. Now, I'm just bunging the signs in at this point, so I don't have to go into the menu over and over again. Because it's a bit of a pain when you have to. That's a staff room. Yeah, Satisfactory does lack an awful lot of things, I would say, when it comes to building pieces. But then again, a factory doesn't need to be that kind of super nice and aesthetic, does it? Although I get very funny about that type of stuff. Let's get this as straight as we can. I managed to slap that in pretty much the same spot, like completely. So we'll have that. This one is not so much in the right spot at all. Oh no! Right. The music is so chilled, and I try real hard to not drift off. Now, this is technically upside down, but not that you'd notice because it's symmetrical. Now, if we're on a normal move, okay. I've already realised that what I needed to install in this building as well. No, that is slightly with a bit at the top leaning in, which we can't have. We can't have that. We have to be a little bit more precise. What I should have done, and this is where an error has been made on my part, is that we really needed to put a power thing in as part of it, part of facilities. So we really need a transformer. Now, if we tuck that in there, and you put water treatment on the other side, what I really want... How are we going to make this work? Tant, we're more at the Metroplex kind of stage. We need something more extreme. Get back to theme, new world. Megatron does turn into a gun. And Galvatron turns into a space tank. We need better than that. We need... We need something else. We could... Actually, no, we could do. We could... I've got a plan. We'll put that in. We can... You can almost hear my gears ticking over in my head of the, now, what can I do here? What can I do to make this not look absolutely freaking awful? I'm wondering if anyone's gonna tell me off for doing it this way. Doesn't matter if you do, because I'm changing my mind all the time. So we could have a curved edge over on this side, and I'm thinking of having it as pretty much a separate building, so it looks like it's separate, and it's kind of just tagged on the edge. Although then I'm like, curved edge though, with that roof. I guess I can't do that, can I? That looks awful. So we're going to have to go back in. We're just going to cover it off. And what we could do is remove that. I've got an idea. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I've got an idea. I know how everyone's panicking about it right now, but don't, because I have an idea. Asymmetrical lean-to roof. I know, I spoke about this, having a low profile. But guess what? Things change. Roll the punches. Don't get too attached to things. Especially in someone else's game. And we have that come up to there. We actually don't need this one to be as steep. Or that to be like that either. Did I say asymmetrical? Nope. Turns out it's symmetrical. Which works. Now the thing is that what we will have is we will have, like I say, the guests will complain about literally everything, because that's what they do. But that's alright. No, come on. There we go. Now, it's going to be the best way for me to do this, so that I have to do the smallest amount of work possible. Yeah. Ah, right. No, I'm going to have to do the work. And yeah, this is going to be the first building that we're going to make, and we're going to go into it. I say go into it, we're going to go in somewhat deeper into the building side of things. So I could go, there you go, that's done, or whack a couple of doors on, and be like, bosh, job done. But I'm not a 5-year-old playing it, so we're going to go in, we're going to be a little bit more precise, and we're going to go deep in making things look the good. And yeah, that is a technical term, look the good. Let's have a little look. What would be the top of the door, do we think? Well, that seems like madness that it would be on that side, so... That's cool, it's fine, don't worry about it. Everything's fine. Is there a door frame? Like, I feel like there should be a door frame, because these doors are slightly too small. Right, slightly too small. But I guess we're gonna come back and we'll put some trim in around the door. Because we need to put it forward enough that it looks like the same job that the people that came to do my door have done. You need the red button to not really stick through the door. Yeah, this is awful. This is I'm not loving the way that looks. So what we're going to do is we are going to turn it around, and we're going to have it so it's accessible from the inside. Oh, see, you say that, Tant, but here's the thing. They haven't scarpered. They've just hung around to bodge it more. Which, I don't know if that's better or worse. But yeah, the real issue is just that I'm having to pay for it all, which is never great. Okay, so if we do that, and then we put that in there, and then we bung a door on the front, I think that's going to be the best way to do it. Gonna go for this one. Oh yes, I did have the darker line at the top. But yeah, this is... Right. Let's put the trim in instead. We're going to do that. I'm going to put the trim in. What does that look like? Yeah, that'll do it. I think that should... it's too big. Yeah, they could do that. No, the doors don't snap. It's all completely freeform. That's the idea behind it. Alright, we're going to take out the new world theme, because obviously it's not called that. There we go. Now, this is technically roof trim, which is not really ideal, but it will serve the purpose that we want, especially considering it's a utility building. And then what we do is you pull this one up. And then we're going to go back in, and we're going to make it really super good. Because the doors technically are decoration. And so because of that, they don't really have to... Nothing has to snap particularly. It doesn't have to look... Sorry, it doesn't have to function perfectly. It needs to look good. Now, let us not pretend that something is not wrong here. I think it's... Is it that? Something is not right. Now we're using the 2 meter. Could we use the 1 meter as instead? Yeah. Let's do that. Or pull that out to there. Now, oh come on! It's good and then suddenly it's not. maybe... I feel like I'm being super picky. But I think... what I'm going to do, delete that, then... This is always good, this. Duplicate that. Oh, where did that go? Oh, well then. That's an interesting bit of rotation for it. Oh, come on. Wait, what on earth is happening here? What with the watch now? Okay, I'm gonna put that in there, and I know they're the opposite way around. But then we're gonna go into advanced move, and we're gonna pull that down. Then we're gonna take the other one, and we're gonna push it up. We're going to take the one that we had, and we're going to pull that up. And I think it's close to being perfect. Yeah, it could well be. If that hasn't got irony written all over it, I don't know what has. Okay. Now this trim here, we can bung one there. There we go. Yeah, I'm trying really hard to use my own buildings where possible, because I'd rather use my own than use other people's. So if we can make something new, just because I'm aware, I am very much aware of how off it is. It's going to be every time I think I've got it right, it's going to be like, that's wrong. Let's take that there. And then what we'll do with this one is we're just going to pull that to there. Okay. Now there's some bits that you won't see now, which we're going to completely cover up. Now, we're just going to pretend, all of us, as a group, that none of us saw it. Okay? That's what we're doing, and I actually prefer this door. And this should... I'm having a bit of PTSD over the door. Yeah, a little bit. Thank you. It's not perfect, is it? I'm just going to go back in. I'm going to tweak this a little bit. Perfect. Absolutely bloody perfect. If ever there was... Let's ignore the bottom sticks out a little bit. I will tweak that slightly. I mean... Job's a good one, right? How are the bristles? Correct. Garrett knows it. Seek from everyone. You didn't see that yet. I'm tired. You guys know. You guys know how it is. That's not. It's not what we're about. We're not about that being full on. Let's get this. Oh, bloody windows! Right. Because I feel like we need some windows on over here. No, it's clearance, Giz. It's clearance space. Everyone who's employed at the zoo signs a waiver, so they know it's okay. Good news is we can just duplicate these now, and then we can file them there. And we just flip it around. Come on. We're getting there. I do say so, Giz. It's as simple as that. I'm glad we had that conversation. It's fine. It's totally fine. In my best, don't worry about it kind of way. You think this is bad? I've got to put guttering on this thing. That's going to be the issue. Right, we're back to the roof. Great. Back to the roof. We're going to put the trim on. Just like real life, that's how roofs go on. Now, yeah, I mean, it's a gap. It's a gap to let the water out or in. This is the problem. We've got roof decorations we're about to go into. And you guys ready for some guttering? No? Alright, well, we're doing it anyway. Now, I kind of want to... Okay, we'll pull this up a bit more. Oh, God. This is going to be a nightmare. Now, I know there's a slight gap on that one. I'm going to fix it in a minute, alright? Just having to use the low DPI clutch on my mouse. There we go. Right, and that's going to be too long for the end. I mean, it almost lines up, doesn't it? What we can do is we can hopefully just do a spot of advanced move on that, and then there's no gaps. No, that's spot on. 1 meter section, 2 meter section. I can't believe I'm doing this. Yeah. If at any point this is anything like this is implemented in Elite, I would. I don't know. I mean, I guess I'd play a hell of a lot of the game. There is that. Okay, well there it. Yeah, I've not done this type of detail work before in Planet Zoo, so you guys are kind of we're learning together, I guess you would say. I mean, they don't match up in size at all, do they? I mean, what does guttering even look like in real life? I don't normally. I mean, my flat doesn't have guttering, so. Doesn't have a roof that we can access or look at. Okay, that's probably not where this elbow. I can't. Yeah, this is happening. And what I'm trying to work out is if this would work. Because it's like just the wrong. No, it's not. It's actually the perfect dimension for the other one. For the 1 meter elbow. And then do bear in mind that once we've done this on this side, we'll have to do it on the other side too. Which, actually, I mean, it'll be easier because we can copy and paste. Okay, now we just need some to go to run down, and thankfully it's got the wall fittings on it already, because if I had to do that myself, oh god, can you imagine? It's not an elbow, it's a double 45. Look, it's called an elbow piece here. I'm not saying the wrong words. I am saying what it is called in Planet Zoo, right? I cannot be held responsible for that, Giz. Just because we're suddenly in your realm of expertise, you leave me out of this, alright? I tell you, why don't you raise a support ticket with Frontier for me to get it changed? Alright? It sounds like you've got a job for yourself there, Giz. Right, well I think we need a 1/2 meter one now. Okay, that's an elbow. It's guttering. And this is slightly... But yeah, I've been working on trying to create the ultimate staff building since I kind of started playing this, and this is possibly the closest I've come for the ultimate facilities building. I mean, it's got a... oh, it's slightly off, isn't it? That is so close. That... you know, it might be that the issue is the overlap this way. Right. Nope. Okay. Do you have to put the drains in? Only the bit at the bottom. But no, it's not like City Skylines where you have to worry about that level of detail. I mean, this is just a... Right. Done. Done on that bit. Perfect. No. No, there's no snap function. There's no snap function for these pieces. Now what we'll do is we will... This is all we have to do is put the bottom piece in. And this should be an easy in on that one, which it's almost perfect. This is the reason why I have so many hours in the game already, is because of stuff like this. Sorted. Guttering. Oh no, need to put a cap on both ends, don't we? Interesting that they made the guttering so that you could change the colour for it if you wanted. Which it is once white down here and then black when I'm putting it in. Snap function. Whippersnappers, snap functions in games. I mean, that said, other games that I play do have it, so I can't really talk, can I? It's like, hello, I'm here to do your fascias, your soffits and your guttering. Is now a good time to give you a quote? No! Did you make sure a small run on the guttering? Wait, Giz, what are you talking about? Small run? A small run? What do you mean? Do you mean like a slight angle to it? Because, no. I'm not doing it. I'm not. Leave me alone. Yeah. No, I think it'll be fine, to be honest. Then we're going to take this over here. And then we're just going to rotate it a couple of times. And the good news is we can basically just bung it in the right place, which is the technical term. Before anyone questions me. Thankfully, the mechanics for rain don't take into consideration whether or not your guttering that you've put in on a building is the correct way round. Okay. I mean, it would just be impossible, so leave me alone about the guttering, alright? I suppose that's... See, they call that a guttering corner. Now that's an elbow, right? That'd be an elbow. You use gutter physics. Could you imagine? Hey guys, we've delayed fleet carriers because we've pulled resources away from Elite Dangerous in order to produce what everyone requested in Planet Zoo, which was gutter physics. So, hope you all enjoy. It's like, no, why? But yeah, you do spend a lot more time doing this stuff than you do dealing with the animals when you kind of get into it, and I am into it. But yeah, could you just imagine that for a minute? It would be... Well, thanks to Commander Plater's stream and the emphasis that he really placed on the desire for gutter physics from his viewers, we've decided that we're going to be like, oh my god, how to become the most hated person in the Elite Dangerous community. Move over, Harry Potter. Commander Plater's here for single-handedly delaying the updates because of gutter physics in Planet Zoo. It'd be bad, wouldn't it? Be like, not good. But right, okay, we are an hour and 13 minutes in. Hello everybody, and welcome to the stream if you've joined over the last hour or so. We are working on... Oh no, look at that over there. We are working on our tortoise enclosure for the Galapagos tortoises. Or better known as Tortoise Town. That's kind of Tortoise Town, I guess. Currently what I'm working on right now is the I guess the building that is going to supply facilities to it. We're working on it, is basically what I'm doing. I can't believe this doesn't rotate. Or does? Aha, right. Good news, good news. So, if you haven't already, and you fancy it, and you want to show some support, please do hit the like button. As you guys know, it does help me out as a streamer. Helps YouTube know what people want to watch. That's you guys, by the way, your people. So, please do. At the same time, if you haven't followed on Twitch already, then you probably should think about doing it. And also subscribing on YouTube if you haven't already, because I stream pretty regularly, and also do videos pretty regularly too. Now I think that as this building pretty much complete, I mean, yeah, it could do with a little bit, another window on the side maybe, but I don't want to overdo. Alright, we'll put another window on the side. It's like absolutely no one. Literally no one. Plater, this needs another window. But yeah, you're on your own on that one, Phoenix. I'm not going to be able to help you out with your guttering, I'm afraid. Especially after that's all the guttering that I could probably handle. Yeah, let's ignore the windows at completely different heights. Except I can't ignore it. And now I have my wife looking over my shoulder at the windows, which are still different heights. I can hear the judging. Is there something you'd like to add? It's alright. There's 30 people here who are judging, so it's fine.
I would never judge.
Yes, you would.
No. I'm your wife.
Yeah. Okay. Silently judge. And I'm sure in a minute I'm about to get a bunch of people telling me that, yeah, judge him, Kim, judge. Judge away. Right, this is my building that I've made, so I'm happy with that. I think we're done there. Probably something I've missed, a facility or something that I've missed out that's going to be essential. Now, I hadn't... What I had initially planned was to have it in the middle of these buildings, which is never going to work. So, we are going to, I think, set this as far back as we can, while still... Don't forget little lights at the doors. No! I already have. They're one way, so that you can't just stare in and watch people work, Giz. That's why. we're going to need... Oh, what is going on there? Is that a bump in the ground? Oh. I'm just gonna... Actually, we're gonna build off of a grid. Once I fixed the lumpy terrain. Because I can't be having lumpy terrain. Okay, that should be flat now. I don't need you telling me the path isn't straight. I know. Let's leave the OCD at home for a minute. And by at home, I mean someone else's home, not mine. What's going to be the best way for us to do this? Yeah. This ought to do it. Did that connect or not? Right, we need to go, just drop inside the building for a little look to see what we've got going on. Okay, yeah, that connects. And that connects to there. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I thought you might like that one, Giz. I'm full of smart answers. Right, now, there was mention of us having lights above it. And unfortunately, that is correct. We do need lights. Lights above the doors. So we kind of... In fact, you know what? We can be smart about that. Because we only have to adjust them once if we do one on each side. I mean, that's pretty much in the middle. Where you want it? Oh, I want that higher up. Security lights in in case the tortoise is trying to escape, yeah. Obviously want motion activated ones if we're going to do that. But no, I don't think we're going to have any tortoise issues. Now, I did see quite a funny tweet from Bo from Frontier talking about okay, well, we're going to get some tortoises in the zoo, just 2, and then suddenly it shows them reproducing like mad, which is relatable due to the number of Aldabara ones I have, or Aldabra ones. In short, we have many. One might say too many. I need a sentry tower. No. No, I'm not doing it. Just not happening. A sentry tower dedicated to tortoise security. How does this end up slightly wonky? Now, this is when we spot that the door frame isn't quite right. But don't worry about it. Snipers need a good angle. Galapagos tortoises, aren't they? They're endangered. Okay, that's it. It's done. It's done. It's done. That building is done. That is the facilities building that is going to look after everything around here. We're going to animal trading because I think in our animal storage we should have. We did have. Oh no! I must got rid of the Komodo dragon. So we're going to. I'm going to put something else in. So, right, now I've got lemurs. There's tons of ringtail lemurs available for sale, which is ridiculous. Oh, there are literally no... Oh. That's disappointing. I honestly thought there would be other reptiles for sale. Because I wanted to put like Komodo dragons or something like that. But no. There are none here. Which means, I guess we're going to put staff in, get tortoises in, and then we're going to customise this enclosure especially for the tortoises. Staff. That's what we want. Caretaker. 2 caretakers for this area. We're going to put 2 mechanics in for this area. It's going to seem a bit like overkill. Security. 2 security for this area as well. We need vendors. We're going to need 6. Now we're going to need 2 keepers. 4 keepers. And 2 vets. And not want to do that. Now, the reason why we need so many members of staff for this is because staff have a real habit of complaining about everything being absolutely awful. They're like, oh no, I'm not happy about this, I'm not happy about that. I don't know where this is, I can't get to this, I can't do that. No accessible staff room. There's literally one there that is accessible. Right, well, we're going to assign them. We're going to create a work group. And we're going to call it Tortoise Town, because that's what I've decided it's going to be called. I actually need to put shops in, because as things stand, I haven't actually put any shops in. So there's that we have to consider. I think we're going to put in Mexcelente. What is this? Is that food? Is that Mexican food? Yes. Cool. Let's have some Mexican food going on. I hear it is Mexcellent. That's not good. And Loony Balloons, which I assume is balloons. Oh, now we don't. There we go. What we're saying is like the Emperor's New Tortoises, so that you can only yeah, gulpy slush. Because you can't go wrong with slush puppies, can you? Now this shop here is slightly in the wrong place. And you know what I've just realised as well? I've just realised that these shops all come with staff. So actually what we can do is we can immediately fire some of them. I'm immediately firing these people. That's harsh, isn't it? Can I delete them? No. Oh no, we can. You just press delete on them and they get fired. So that's good. Alright, back into Tortoise Town. Going to edit the work zone. Going to add them. And now we're going to give Tortoise Town to these people. Although I feel like we're missing a vendor now. But it'll be fine. Tortoise Town. You work here. You also work at Tortoise Town. As do you. Find Jeff. He has a wife and 3 kids to feed. He should try taking up driving a taxi on Mars. Can actually select the member of staff? No. Fernando. There we go. Work zone. I don't want to limit him to that particular shop. Let's just make it so he works at Tortoise Town. And this person as well. And I really need to put the tortoises in, actually. Hey Nightbot, how you doing? Mandatory staff cruelty seems familiar. Oh, feels bad, man. Right, they can't find us. We'll research. That's fine. Right, we're going to put in our donation-y malarkey things. Yeah, we'll do that. I haven't really decided what we're putting over here. I want to put something maybe like Nile monitors, maybe, or Komodo dragons would be cool. I feel like Komodo dragons might be the thing to go for. Yeah. Hail Tortoise Town. Yeah, I've got a large number of tortoises already. I have a lot of that. I've got a lot of that. I need to get. I'm a bit done with the flamingos, to be honest. But I've only got them because I'm after an achievement. Oh, why is he in a box? Okay. I've also got an awful lot of saltwater crocodiles, which I've now stopped breeding. Oh, I'm looking in the wrong place. They're in animal trading. And we'll move them to there. I'm just going to go into the habitat and we're going to select the species because that's important. That way you can make sure you've got all the right stuff in there for them. So like a large food trough. Put over there. I like a dog ball. They like water pipes, so because I put a water pipe over there. A scent marker. A small ball. A fruit tree spike, which we'll put in. A block of frozen fruit. Bung that in there. And yeah, bung is the technical term. Shelters. Oh, we've got no research done on these guys. So I'm going to assume that they're going to like something small and low to shelter in. So we're going to put this in here until the time of which they decide they don't like it. Okay, we're just going to set that to go. Okay, they're bringing the tortoises in. Okay. So there's actually 2 tortoises here occupying the same space. Terrain. Terrain is not good. They want less long grass and they want more sand. Which makes sense, I guess, if they're being tortoises. Surprised they don't want any water. I mean, they're from the Galapagos Islands, so why wouldn't they like that? They like short grass as well. Let's get rid of the long stuff and then we'll put the short grass back in. I might punch in and put a little... I'm not really... Actually, interesting they're not bothered by coverage at all for plants. Hard cover is fine. Oh, it's not. Okay. I thought they were going to be okay with that, but they're not. So I think we're going to do a... It's really interesting that they don't seem to... Just gonna push in a little kind of den area for them that we will then actually kind of put something in there for them. We'll do a little rocky enclosure. Now what I'm going to put over here is going to be water, just because. But we're going to move that because it's making it look like a really unnatural shape. Tortoise wars, no. Tortoises don't fight. And yeah, I know I'm saying it weird on purpose. It's fine. Right. Now, have a quick look. We're going to build up some rocks over here. Because I'd rather do a nice natural looking rock type thing. So you want South/Central America, and it's tropical. Tropical continent. South/Central America. Oh, there is nothing in there. So we just do tropical rocks. What makes a tropical rock? Don't ask me, I don't know. So that's the direction you're going with that one, Nightbot. You're going with the Ronin tortoises. Interesting. Yeah, some of these rocks are really... That's a really weird thing for me to say, but I would like to see a larger variety of rocks in Planet Zoo. I feel like it'd be good to have. It's not an essential, but like Some of them are a bit large. I mean, we end up using the same thing over and over again. It's a bit of a shame. I know they're not going to need a huge amount of space, but it'll be fine. Nightbot, why do I want to do that? Honestly, why would I want to do something so what's the word I'm looking for? Barbaric and cruel? Yeah, see, that's misleading price of rocks. See, this is just ginormous, which you don't want it to be. It'd be nice if you could change the size of the rocks. That'd be a cool little thing to add in, that you could take a size of a rock and then shrink it or make it larger. Let's continue to build this up. We're going to use a couple of smaller rocks to do it. We're going to go no higher than here. That's for sure. We kind of make things look like they're new rocks rather than old ones. Yeah, I'm already looking at this and thinking I should have gone for larger rocks at the back because they're less visible, and smaller rocks at the front because they're more visible. But we're learning. And trying not to put the same rocks on top of each other as well. Yeah, I think we'll put one there. We'll change its angle slightly and then pull it down. Now we're going to go full on flintstones up in this Tortoise town. I'm going to do the same thing I did before, which is the come back and then change things up a little bit to make it look more intentional. No, I don't really get to choose what gets sold in a gift shop. Just not how it works. I'm waiting for someone to mention how unstable this all looks. But I promise you, by the time I've finished, it won't look that unstable. Thank you, Nightbot. I asked for it, didn't I? I'm pretty sure that should be enough cover. So let's just have a quick look. We're gonna bring him up. Yep, it's fine. Now we can make this look good and stuff. Kind of minimize the overlapping. What we'll do is we will tilt some things down. We're going to actually got a bit of an idea. Oh no. Pull it across. We're actually going to rotate, angle down, rotate a little bit more. Put that there. Put this over here. HJ, I'm not trying to make it look like one solid rock. I'm trying to make it look like it is made from pieces of rock, because that's what it is. And then you have to trust me when I'm building, because I always have a good idea in my head of what I'm working towards. Because you've got to bear in mind, I kind of have the final design in my head. That obviously you guys can't see, but it's there, trust me. And then I will put another pillar in there, I think. No, it's not letting us do that. That's a shame. Excuse me. I'll give this a rotate. Nope, wrong way. Because when you rotate them, they end up looking like a completely different piece, which is kind of what it's about. Okay. And we'll go for how thin is? Oh, it's tiny. Versus this one. We'll put there, and then we'll pull that up. Now, already I'm like, well, I need to pull this bit out. Because otherwise it doesn't quite look very good. pull this over to here as well. And then we'll pull this one over. And then a little bit of a rotate. And then we can move this back in. And that should say leave us with something decent. Apart from that, definitely needs to be in the corner. That has to be. Because otherwise it would look absolutely ridiculous. Okay, Tortoise Town. Oh, you know, I've missed a trick here. I should have gone for making it look like an actual town, like a little town. Should have done that. Now, so they're not super keen on long grass, so let's just make sure that terrain's okay for them, and we'll put some bedding in as well. We're gonna, because you know, what tortoise does not like bedding? Oh, way to go to just completely ruin it. That's alright. If anyone had smaller rocks that we could then put around it, some like real small rocks. That one's fine. That one is also fine. Okay. So yeah, we have 3 Galapagos tortoises. We just gonna call the keeper to the habitat to fill their food up immediately. We just need to put in some, I guess, some foliage for them. Because although they're not super bothered by plants or coverage, it would be nice for them to have something. Because again, it would actually make it look nice. Oh, not tundra. Continent. We all select the correct continent. Lily pads. Yeah, they can have Amazon lilies, even though technically they wouldn't have them on the Galapagos Islands, but they're new for me anyway. HJ, yeah, you can. I will be. We can be going for, if we have reeds, that'd be nice, wouldn't it? Because we don't have anything that really fits the bill for the right biome. We got the old Scivolia bushes. I'm going to put a couple of them in. Which I'm pretty sure they had some of them in the pangolin enclosure. Just a whacking great tamarind tree. There you go. That was no. We'll put in a little thing. Okay. But yeah, it's about trying to make things look as kind of, I guess, natural and random as possible. HA, no, they can't. That they only eat what's put in the food in the feeder. But what they will do is it will reduce their welfare. If you don't have the correct foliage in, people are unhappy. People, they're tortoises. Why do I keep calling them people? But yeah. So we've got banana palms we could put in, or the, what was that, Acai? Acea palms? Just one tortoises can't swim. How deep is that water? Deep enough for them to not go in, is the answer. Now, I guess we could put a cheeky little mangrove tree in on it, but you don't get mangroves and... Yeah, that wouldn't right. Ah, okay, so HJ, yes, you can do that, but what you have is you've got the South Central America bit that's the issue. So if you remove it, then yeah, you do have more things available for you to be able to put in. But the moss on the rocks is not an option. So if we go, so I've just look at everything, because what is that under the carpet moss? Is European and North American, so we can't have it. That's the issue. Now, bulrush reeds, can we get away with having them? Let's tortoise and find out. No, we can't have them because they're from, again, the wrong place. Common reeds. Must be able to have common reeds. No, can't have them because they're from the wrong place. Because you've got to bear in mind, the Galapagos Islands evolved completely separately. Which leaves things looking a little bit, well, in short, naked over there, doesn't it? I'm a bit disappointed by that, so we're going to put some bushes over here. Just because I don't really want to leave myself with corners. Actually, if we've got a Swiss cheese plant, that could be good. You're trying to remember a tortoise in Narnia. Wait, there's no tortoises in the Chronicles of Narnia. Are there? Yeah, a lot of kind of shrubbery going on. Right, there we go. I love this guy's called Pedro. Now, if we remove the biome requirement, we end up we have some more stuff. But still not really much we can put in there. Maybe something over here. A big old palm tree? No. Oh look, a giant red cedar. Perfect. Perfect for your tortoising needs. Right, yeah, right, let's see if we can put these vines in. Yes, we can. So, we're going to put some vines in to around the shelter to kind of make it look a little bit more lived in. Oh, okay, right. For imaginary, so you're liking, you noticed, is the bot talking to you, or is that the bot someone else? So I have one of my mods is called Nightbot. It's a bit of a running joke from I did a 24-hour stream like a year back, and we ended up with Nightbot becoming a mod, just kind of like a running thing. He used to offer toast to everyone who used to arrive, and it was you know, a good bit of fun. And yeah, we ended up with, it's a running joke on the channel, I guess, at this point. One of them. Yeah, that's kind of the long and short of it. I guess more the short than the long, but yeah, that's how it is. Oh, and also you've got Restreambot, who is moving chat over from YouTube to Twitch and vice versa. Because I'm streaming to both at the same time. But yeah, it'll actually be two. Yeah, oh, you actually be 2 years old on Sunday. Well, who would have thought, eh? Don't they grow up fast? Oh yeah, if anyone else is lurking, it is important that you say hello at least once during the stream. This is kind of like one of my top tips to being an effective lurker, is make sure you say hello, because apparently Twitch is funny about how it counts viewership. So if you don't say hello, Twitch kind of ends up ignoring you, which is totally stupid. Yeah. Pay rise? No. No pay rises. That'd be madness. We've got some tendrils. We've got lots of vines that we can work with. So I guess if we... How does that go? Right, this way. We'll put it over there. Because I feel like this could potentially be close to the perfect positioning. Yeah, that's not bad. Which means we can remove these ones, or at least move one of them over. It's kind of like no. We'll keep it in the corner. We'll kind of pop this in the corner as well. Oh, Shiv, you'll be 39 on Saturday. Ah, nice. I hope you have something fun planned, Shiv. Okay, I guess this is, I can't just have that there. I need to put the rest in, don't I? It needs more. I need to make sure I'm not just keep reusing the same one over and over again as well, because that would look a bit naff. And naff is the technical term. Make it a little tortoise town. No, I can. That's so weird. I can hear the. Oh look, they've got low welfare because they get creeped out by stuff. Yeah, every time I kind of run the game. So I have it paused a lot. I mean, a hell of a lot when I'm building. That's basically what I do, is I just pause the game and I do all my building and just kind of let things go and don't worry about it too much whilst we're doing it. And then when I unpause it, loads of stuff happens. Typically, animal breeding happens. Well, the big thing is that am I going to put a rat in there who can teach them, let's say the ways of the Force, no, teach them how to be ninjas. Oh, that's my cat in the background. He's about to start pestering my wife for food, I think. Okay. One other thing that we need to do before we say, yeah, these guys are fine, and they're good to basically kind of like go off on their own and I can leave them to whatever, is that we need to make sure they have everything they need in the way of temperature as well, because they do stand a very good chance of having a bit of a whinge about it being, you know, too cold. Be like, oh, it's too cold. It's like, oh, what are you expecting? But yeah, I'm really tempted to get rid of the flamingos completely. That's all good. That's all good. Someone's been in their box for too long. Oops, that's the lemurs. It's a pregnant lemur at that, that's been stuck in its box for a while. Don't know what was in there. What have we got? Low welfare. The baby lemurs are not having a great time. They need... Oh, blimey, that's why. They need some plants over here, I think. So we'll quickly dodge in and do some stuff here. So tropical, and then we want Africa. Because they probably just want to be left the frick alone. So we're just going to give them a little bit more in the way of cover. They don't climb trees, just so everyone knows. Which means we don't have to worry about them like running away or anything like that. They won't do that. Actually, yeah, HJ, that's a good point. I will probably put in some random rocks to make it look a little bit more Galapagos-y. Sorry about this. Okay. Misbehaving cat. Yeah, I have switched over to lemurs quickly to give them a little bit more shade with some ferns, because I feel like they're getting stressed out because of all the people looking at them, and we don't want that to happen. Now I'm hoping this will help social. Hit that drop down. No, it did not help at all, actually. It feels like it might have just made it a little bit worse. So what we could possibly do... Oh, they do have mangrove forests. Alright. Let's go back over. And yeah, I think we're going to put in some rocks. That's a good shout. So we don't want Africa anymore. We want, I mean, the rocks are just tropical rocks. They're just ginormous, aren't they? They just need to sing a song with their king. Oh no. Lemurs singing, eh? Don't know about that. So, do lemurs sing? I know the answer to that, don't worry about it. Deploy a goat feed dogs. Ah, probably like that. Then I think we will put that there, and I'm just gonna change its angle slightly to give it a bit of an up tilt. There you go. That looks alright. Oh, that's good. You're talking about the what is that? Madagascar, because that's the only place where lemurs are found. And when you think about it, aren't lemurs like cat monkeys? If you were to describe them to a stranger, you'd be like, well, how do you how do you describe one? Oh, it's like a cat monkey. It's like a monkey and a cat combined. And I think we're going to use these poles. I'm just going to change over to the lemurs quickly. Because it's a bit of a... I mean, what I need to do then, I guess I need to move the water. First of all, that's what I'm going to do first of all. I am going to move the water to somewhere with, like, not so good visibility. But yeah, no wonder they're stressed. There's people everywhere. But I mean, they could run off and they could go and hide over here, and then they'd be much further away from people. But yeah, we'll do that because I think I've got a bit of an idea. Because I could essentially just barrier them in and be like, tough. No one's looking at these lemurs anymore. You're not allowed to. But I feel like lemurs probably aren't going over. I'm going to copy this. I think that's my plan. Oh. Always a shame when you can't copy a multiple of things. Alright, we're going to recreate the design then. Because it works as a bit of a kind of a barrier, I guess. Even if they don't use it, it's a bit of a kind of a natural, this is in your way, tough humans. You don't get to see lemurs no more because you're stressing them out. Oh, that's not a favourite. Did I select the 2 meter one? There we go. Again, HJ, you're right, I've put no rocks in here. I've put no rocks in the bleeding lemur enclosure. That's something else I meant to come back and do. There's so much stuff where I'm like, I need to finish this off. Continent Africa, nope, that's fine, it's just tropical rocks. I was bunging a few rocks in here and there. Just something to make things look a little bit more natural. I need a plan. I'm more a bit of a wing it kind of guy at the moment. And the whole winging thing seems to be going alright. The zoo is so close to being 5 stars. And yeah, a 5-star zoo is pretty good. And no, I don't know how they award the star. Well, I do know how they award the stars, at least in this. And just so you know, I'm trying really hard to make sure things don't look inappropriate, because you guys keep calling me out because I end up with things that accidentally look like something they shouldn't. Yep, natural feel is good. That is exactly what we want. And I guess we'll put some over on this side as well. But yeah, we're trying really hard not to make it too artificial looking. Because the last thing you want is an artificial attempt at natural rocks, you know? Which is kind of what I'm doing. Okay, let's give this a go. Let's see what happens with our stressed out lemurs and see if they remain being stressed. I mean, if they're just going to stand there and let everyone look at them, then that's on them at this point. Now, are they stressed out when they're in here? Not at all. Okay, well, I mean, that's okay. I mean, their welfare is literally all over the place. That guy's incredible. HJ, no, none of that. I could tell you that much. Right, stressed out lemur, what are you doing? Why are you stressed, lemur? Like, there is some potential for putting in the one-way glass, like barriers all the way around, and so that the lemurs don't get stressed out by the fact that people can see them. Like, come on. Like, that's good levels of cover, I think. I mean, lemurs obviously disagree. Let's just put that there. See if that improves the situation. No? No, Hunter, you're right, mate. You've been working, don't worry about it. The tortoises are fine. We're currently looking at the lemurs. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put rocks in front of all the feeding places, because that seems to be where they stop. They stop the most. Oh no, my Mexican red-kneed tarantula's died. Some more research is complete. But yeah, we'll go over and look at the tortoises again, because we need to put some things in. How's his stress level? It's going up, so he's becoming less stressed, which we like. So, the rocks might do the job. I'll put some more in. Well, we'll just drop this in behind here, actually. This could be it. Yeah, F for spider. Aww. It's okay. It died of old age though, so it's not like it's the end of the world. Yeah, see, his welfare should be okay, or his stress should be going up, at least where he is. Like, he's reasonably. I mean, it's that big old group of people. Yeah, Hunter, how many hours have I put into this? I don't honestly know at this point. It's in the tens of hours, that's for sure. Only thing is, sometimes I have just left it running. Like I left the game open, so I can't give you an exact number. But what we are going to do is we're just going to make it so that the lemurs, when they're on ground level, are kind of hidden from people. I'm also going to plonk a rock in. A really big rock, that is. Over here. Or maybe... yeah, there. It's a good place for it to be. Oh, great. So they box themselves up because I put something down. And it was just in the way. Right, we're going to ignore the lemurs for a bit. Which one's stressed? So we need... oh, I can't ignore the lemurs though. They cause me so many problems. He's just walking straight over. Uh-oh. 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 Right. We're going to need to pause that for a minute. I'm going to come back and we're going to sort out the lemurs in a moment, because they need sorting out in a moment. What we are going to do is over in Tortoise Town, we are going to check the animal trading, first of all, to see if we can get some more reptiles in. There's a real lack of reptiles. Nile monitors. Here we go. We'll adopt that one. Could really do with a male Nile monitor. You know, we're going to take... no, don't think we will. Change my mind. Let's check the Zoopedia. And we'll look at the Nile monitor. Just to check there. Up to 1 female, up to 2 females. So we could go in and grab another female Nile monitor. Let's hope it's still there. Yeah, we'll do that. We'll grab this one. And then what is we'll wait for the female, well, the male to become available, because I'm all about that breeding program. And they can go in over here. Seems like a reasonable place for them to be. So yeah, we can either divide it up by animal or divide it up by place. I think we're going to go for by animal. That's going to likely be the easiest way to do it. Facilities, we will put in our education facilities to teach people about Galapagos tortoises. Put that there. We're going to put one over here as well. In fact, we're going to... oh, these are a nightmare, so I'm just going to delete it because they are so difficult to put in because technically they're 2 pieces. And what I'm tempted to do is to put in like some rocks here and build up a rock arch and put some tortoise related things in and around to make it look like it's, you know, Tortoise Town. Welcome to Tortoise Town. Could work. Now for a change, I'm going to put the educational speakers separate, because this way, so we've got a slightly better catchment area. But then what we can do is we can ensure that people queuing for the shops that are right there will have no choice but to be educated all about Galapagos tortoises. Now we can put this there. We'll go in and we'll make this one. Then we will up the volume, or max out that so that people queuing for the shops get hit by it. In fact, we'll move this to here, and that way everyone queuing is going to get hit. Then we can up the volume on this one. Oh, wrong one. There we go. Forced education sounds like indoctrination. What kind of zoo is this? The educational kind? It's only indoctrination if it's not facts. Okay, come on, that is so close to being a 5-star. Oh yeah, we've got lemurs fighting. Now I remember, we have lemurs who are fighting because we have the incorrect sex mix, which is a weird way of saying that. Okay, that's because this one has matured. So let's have a look. 1875. Well, which one's more appealing? We're at this point, so I think we're going to have to store this one because he has a lower appeal. Laters broke. Gone. Uh-oh. And our snow leopard's about to mature as well. God, they don't half grow up fast. Now, let's check. Oh, can we just point out we have 3,333 people in our zoo at the same time. That's a special. It's a special one. I don't know how the social can be 0% when they're finding the space in the social group. And honestly, I thought lemurs were super chilled. Popularist. Yeah. Because that's how you do it. If you want your zoo to be popular, you've got to keep the popular animals, or the ones with most appeal. And we'll sneak that in there, and then we're going to move that and that one. Now that little guy is sitting there. What's his stress? It's going down because too many people are looking at him. What can we do? We can put some... Is there anything that we can put in that would, like, cover him? Okay, right. The rocks do make a difference, I think. But then they walk away from them. Well, Nightbot, if I do manage to gain another fully sentient AI that's more popular with people, then yeah, I guess that could happen. Be awful, wouldn't it? We need to make sure we keep you on top of your game. Now let us start researching our tortoises. Problem with hanging vines is that they're the wrong climate again. Or they're from the wrong place, otherwise they would have them. That was the thing, they're the wrong... Like him over here, how's his stress levels? So he's in cover from people, and he's walking up the rock. He's moonwalking on the rock. Nice, having a great time. So yeah, I think the rocks are definitely a good way of doing it, providing some cover. We'll see if that works for a bit. Yeah, we need to go and check on the snow leopards, because the snow leopards are surprisingly this little one in here. Ooligan is apparently just about to mature, and when he does, it's all gonna kick off, I think. Speed things along. There we go, just happened. So, now that he's matured, the social group is too large. He has a rating of 6,206. His dad has a rating of 809, sorry. Now, his mother is eating shit. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Language. His mother's eating some poop by the looks of things. Now, animal trading. Let's see if we can find ourselves a nice, lovely female, which we can. Snow leopard. A little bit high up on the cost of conservation credits, though, because it's a little bit pricey, especially when I really want to get gorillas and stuff like that. So it's something to be thought about. And yeah, like the sub. That's good genetics. We're adopting it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to... I have no idea how this is going to work. Because what I was thinking, what I was going to do is I was going to go super kind of eugenic zoo at one point, and I was going to number all of the animals. And so I'd give them A's and B's. So you'd have like... It sounds awful, doesn't it? So you'd have the parents and the animals all numbered, and their children would then be, say for example you've got 1 and 2, their child becomes 1, 2A, right? That's their first child. If they have another one, you get 1, 2B, and the numbers will correlate to who their parents are, so that you can stop them from breeding together. Or you can kind of do a bit of a mess around to make sure that you've got the right ones doing the right things, as it were. But yeah, I think we're going to store the parents, and then we are going to pull out the new one. There we go. It sounds slightly worrying, but it... Without me keeping an actual family tree of every single animal in my zoo on a spreadsheet, I don't know what else to do. I don't really want to do that. Now, a quick mention on the flamingos. Is that we have 30. Now, I need to do with the flamingos is I need to get their welfare up to 75% in order to complete an achievement. So I think we'll work on that one next time we stream. A whiteboard. I mean, is that better than a spreadsheet? I feel like it's not. So yeah, next time I stream I'll do that. We'll worry about that one then, because I'm trying really hard not to worry about them. We're going to put some lighting in over here though quickly. Oh, we need bins over here. More than anything, we need bins, actually. Because you can't trust anyone. Yeah, that's something, it's a bit of a pain that you can't rely on people to actually be tidy. HJ, you can lift the ground up if you're so inclined. I have not felt the need to really do that. Yeah, I'm kind of keeping things reasonably, I guess, compact where I can. What, you talking about Mr. Chips from that well-known TV show catchphrase? That's all looking good over here. We've got, what's wrong with Felipe? Social health. Oh, social group. We've got way too many iguanas, apparently. And he's old. Poor Felipe. Someone's going to get given away. So yeah, we've got a social group that's too large. Excuse me. Dusty bin from 3-2. I have no idea what you're talking about, if I'm honest. We'll release him to the wild. We'll also release Felipe the Anaconda. Let's ignore that he's got the same name. Because yeah, it's time for us to get rid of the giant burrowing cockroaches, and we're going to bring in the Amazonian giant centipedes instead. Actually, no, we don't need to, because someone died. Now, actually, you know what we're going to do? We're going to get rid of Rosa Maria instead. Why was it? I don't know, Nightbot. Didn't see it. Where were the spiders in this one? So, we're going to crash some animals. Oh, that's a weird one. But yeah, we'll bung them in there. We haven't researched the layout yet, so we're going to divert some research to that. I think that's going to be the plan. Things are getting really kind of, I feel like, out of hand. With the amount of animals and the amount of research we have going on. Oh yeah, we've got a red panda that's just matured as well, I think. But they're super chill. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so these two are going to go in storage. We're going to leave the two current ones in there. They're adults, but they're quite old at this point. They're elderly. But what we have in the animal storage at the moment is we have... That means we're going to have 4... Thanks, Clive. We're going to have 4 red pandas in there, which we probably could... I mean, they've all got pretty good genetics. Clive doesn't care for red pandas, apparently. But yeah, they're quite young, and we've got plenty of options for them for breeding, so it should be good. But I think I'm going to call time for the stream there, because we've kind of hit that kind of time. So I'm going to thank everyone who has been watching. Next time round, we are probably going to need to work on the flamingo, well, that achievement that I would like. That's going to be our main focus there. We're also going to be... well, the lemurs look to be sorted now, at least. And we're going to hopefully continue to introduce more animals into the zoo and go from there. A quick mention, tomorrow I'm going to be streaming Pavlov VR with the guys. The reason for that being is that on Thursday I have an appointment with my oncologist to find out some results regarding whether or not I'm eligible for a cancer trial or cancer medication trial. Fingers crossed I am. If I am, then who knows what will happen. If I'm not, then it means that I actually have to go in for some other stuff, weird treatments, and we'll see how it goes. But I'll obviously keep everyone updated, so keep an eye on the community tab of my channel over the next few days, and that's where I'll be kind of throwing an update, or the Discord, which you're more than welcome to come and join. So, once again guys, I'm going to say thank you very much to everyone who has been watching. Oh yeah, like, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff, and I'll see you all soon. So once again, thank you for watching. Commander Plater, out.